I don't know what you did, but boy, them overgrown that still running behind you, Stunner. I felt like he always was this vocal and he always had a point to prove, you feel me? You know, it's a struggle being the youngest person and of the group, and you got to look up to everybody. He always felt like, you know, he the little brother. Everybody want to keep little brother in you, even you when you get to be a man.
You and Juve spoke since that little bullshit came out?
Oh yeah. You know, that's man. At the end of the day, that's Juve. You feel me? And you know, I'm built like that. You feel me? I'm built like we can lock up in the room and go do what we need to do. You feel me? Sky, you know what it's hitting for. You know who I'm rocking with today. Video Wayne. Anything else would be uncivilized. You now tuned into Rail Report. Sky.
What's up with that? Between you and Juve, bro? Is there something between y'all?
Well, we pretty much we ain't been talking as regular lately. I found out through a mutual friend that it stemmed from a headline that No Rap Cap had posted with the interview that I did with them. He didn't like one of the titles, and you know, most of the time people just look at the titles, they don't go to the video to find out what it is. And he just felt some type of way about the title, and just was holding that back on me, or just was keeping me at a distance for
So
something.
the title was kind of somewhat threatening to him, or kind of like
It was
opposing to him.
I can't pinpoint actually what the title was, but it was something like, where it was like almost like I was dissing Juve in the interview, and that wasn't what happened. You feel me? But it's out of your hands when you do an interview, and if you ain't on the same page with the people that's posting it, that's part of the game that you deal with now. You feel me?
Yeah, because you hear things through the grapevine, bro. And when I heard that, I was like, I didn't believe that shit. I'm like, ain't no way in the world Juve and Levee got, because that's uncle.
Hey, this my Levee, man. Levee like a nephew to me, man. I grew up with his, with his uncle. You know what I mean? His uncle kind of schooled me. His uncles, his cousins, all of them. You know what I'm saying? His aunts, his grandmother, all of them. I know his whole family. All of us from the same section of the project. So it's like me bringing on my nephew right now. You know what I mean? Holla at him. He'll tell you what it is.
He ran with Zoe and Yogi, and you know what? That's always gonna be Unc to me. You feel me? And his dad is JD, and just the whole family thing. You feel me? Lil Mac, Young Juve, and just the whole crew. That's our regular UTP crew. You feel me?
You and Juve spoke since that little bullshit came out.
Oh yeah. Fuck. That's man. At the end of the day, that's Juve. You feel me? And I'm built like that. You feel me? I'm built like we can lock up in the room and go do what we need to do. You feel me?
Say, bro. So what? So y'all have y'all talk and y'all put it behind y'all.
Fuck. My hood, we different. You feel me? Well, for me, I'm different with my hood. You feel me? It's whatever type of time my hood won't be on. I'm on that type of time. We can lock up in the room, fight, whatever. But for my hood, I'm gonna always hold that flag up. You feel me?
Right.
And I don't think, for me, I don't feel like I'll do nothing disrespectful towards nobody from my hood. You feel me? You that guy running game on Stunner. Stunner probably laughing at you, clown. They respect me more than he respect y'all. Yeah, I got the balls and nuts to say it. Y'all talking about, man. You nigga don't do nothing but kiss Stunner ass.
Turk. And when we speak about this, bro, I don't know if I want to just say Turk putting it out there, because he kind of triggered, right? Because it's a back and forth thing, But do you feel Turk just putting too much out there?
I feel like he may be feeling disrespected a lot, and he don't know how to take it. So his best way is to lash out is the internet, and that's whatever we in the internet. And he also want to verse his opinion. You feel me? And I don't feel like all the time he should have to check his ego. You feel me? Even in his situation, we will feel disrespected if somebody says something about your wife too. You feel me? But at some point in time, when it's a man business, you got to tell the women, go ahead and step to the side. You feel me?
Somebody said something about Turk's wife?
Yeah, I saw where in the interview he said he felt like BG called his wife goofy. And, he even came online and addressed that.
What they say behind every strong black man is a strong black woman,
yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? And then you know, behind every goofy is a goofy female that's telling them what they doing is
Go on Breakfast Club and play with me.
How you felt when that man called you goofy? Because I'm not going to speak for you, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let you speak for yourself. And yeah, you got the flow, man.
That was a moment where you got to call homie and be like, yeah, man, we're going to keep the women out of this. And I wouldn't put my wife on the platform to respond to him with that neither, you feel me? I'm from a different era, bro. You heard me? I'm pulling up like, man, come on, man. Like, if we pull up and do what we got to do or whatever, all that could be avoided, you feel me?
Right.
We done been in each other's presence too much to have online arguments, you feel me? Like, we could have been, done body slammed each other and got this over with and get to the bag, you feel me? I don't even know if they could still get a bag together.
I don't give a about that money. All money ain't good money. And if I gotta disturb my peace, the hot boy money. As you talk about, now that's how I feel about it.
you got Juve man, you got Fresh man, you got Bird man, you know what I'm saying? You playing with me, bro, come on, you shot yourself in the foot.
Juve and BG is some snake ass, bro. Them try to act like I did them something to try to use that as leverage to try to play on the stomach. I don't know what you did, but boy, them overgrown ass still running behind you, Stunner.
I felt like he always was this vocal and he always had a point to prove, you feel me? It's a struggle being the youngest person and of the group and you got to look up to everybody. He always felt like, he the little brother. Everybody want to keep little brother in you, even when you get to be a man, you feel me? And that's just the way we is, like, with each other, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, Juve always going to look at me as Lil Leon. He ain't going to be like, who Magnolia Levee when somebody else bring me up. He going to be like, man, Lil Leon, Zoe nephew.
This is my dog Lil Leaving, man. Y'all already know what it is.
And some people just don't understand it. That's the same as when BG first came home. A lot of people may have took it like it was a shot at Gar when Jizzle was like Lil Gar and Lil Snipe. But it's only really how we been raised around him. You feel me? We always was under him. I wouldn't feel no type of way if he called me Lil Leon or Lil Levy. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, they was really already ripping and running before me. But for everybody else who our age, they gonna take that as a shot. Like, man, did he just call that boy Lil Levy?
Say, what is your and Turk relationship right now?
Oh, fuck, that's Turk. I'm always respect homie. You feel me? That's my dog. You feel me? Just like Jizzle, my dog, and Juve, and you feel me? Fuck, I'm always the same, bro. I'm always the same. You feel me? Like, I don't play the play games. I'm loyal. You feel me? And it's whatever. You feel me? If we got to get physical, we getting physical. You feel me? I'm just feeling like that's what they need to do to get this over with. You feel me?
Is Turk and Baby on the song together?
No, it was though. It was though. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. It was. I took them off. So I don't like negativity.
Everybody that's around you probably about ready to leave from around you. You don't know how to treat no you disrespectful. Man, you can't never talk to me like I'm no sucker, Juvie. Not me. You can do the rest of them that you can't do that to me. And that's what you know. All y'all.
I feel like it was too many outside people, getting into their business and not enough direct talk. You feel me? Like, I don't, like, if me, like, I could call you directly. Why do I need to talk to another person to get your number? It's still like that to this day. You feel me? Like, I that's just something I don't get. You feel me? Like, how come we grew up together, but I gotta call somebody else to talk to you? Like, nah. But soon as some beef or some drama pop off, niggas will have your direct number. You feel me? And that's with everybody, not just Soon as shit get gangster or whatever, call you directly. You feel me? And for me, I'm just not one of those rappers that call on other people to take care of me. I'm getting in the car going already. And that's what, as men, we gotta, you gotta stand up behind, you feel me? A lot of people ain't taking that route. A lot of people passenger riders, you feel me?
Overall, I gotta ask too, though, bro. Overall, with the whole Cash Money thing, because Cash Money a couple years ago was looked at like industry gods. You know, they couldn't be touched. And then you got, you know, with BG come home and the whole Turk shit, and then Birdman, you know, making statements and things, but just with the whole Cash Money movement, bro. What do you think?
I feel like it dropped the ball. Like the door, it's only so long the door could stay open. And with our age, it was that time in the moment. You were supposed to take that time in the moment. You feel me? And run with it. But now I feel like that door probably done closed, and niggas gonna have to stand on their 10 toes. And you give it 2 to 5 years, and we gonna take a look around, and you gonna everybody understand what they let slip away.
We're gonna stay in that UTP circle for a second, bro. We talk about Wacko.
Yeah, you talking about when he went on with Turk on to the Beehive? Yeah, I feel like, Whack my mans, you feel me? That's my dog. Me and him could argue the same day and we still do our thing and we family. We could check one another because we family like that. I just feel like, some problems that we dealing with our friends and shit like that, I feel like that shouldn't hit the internet. You feel me? And I talked to him about that. You feel me? Because I feel like if he had a problem with Juve, he should have addressed that with Juve versus saying something out in public. But everybody got a right to feel how they want to feel. You feel me? That's just me and my opinion.
I don't rock with you and now. What clown? That's my dog. Say that shit again, I whack all y'all.
What can I ask, bro? What was it that he was saying about you?
It's just business stuff that he felt like he didn't take care of business wise with singles and contracts and stuff like that. But you also dealing with people who learning as they go also. So you got to give people grace on that too. You feel me? We don't know the business. And now that we got of age, we could read paperwork and hire a lawyer and all that. But going into it, you feel like that's your friends. You feel me? And if I was in his position, I would have, went about it a different way. Because at the end of the day, I'm just one of those type of people. I wouldn't end my relationship or my friendship over some money.
Right. And then you probably would have never put Whack in that situation either, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Facts.
Because we never heard Juve's side. We only heard,
Yeah, we only heard one
you
side.
know, yeah, exactly.
And
So,
that probably be the problem with him too. You feel me? Because he's not like internet person. You feel me? And for to see him on crash out on the internet and reply back shit like that, that's kind of different for him. You feel me? Or what we expect from him too. You feel me? Because that's OG at the end of the day.
Baton Rouge rapper Boosie will not spend any more time in jail after pleading guilty to illegally having a gun in California.
any thoughts on Boosie giving that time back, not going to prison?
Oh man, that's Mr. Louisiana. You heard me? Anytime he out of jail, I'm just happy with that. Just stay home for him. You feel me? Because we need it like Boosie out here. You feel me? At least you know where Boosie loyalty lie at. If you fuck with Boosie, you ain't got to worry about him crossing you. And for that, you got a friend forever. You heard me?
Torrance Hatch has been sentenced to time served and has to submit to 3 years of supervised release. Hatch was busted in 2023 in San Diego for being a felon in possession of a gun. He pleaded guilty to the crime in August.
You got a personal relationship with Boosie?
Yeah. My family originally from Baton Rouge. I was just born and raised in New Orleans, but my family stayed off of Madison, off of Foster in Baton Rouge. My grandfather, all of them. And my summers I had the summers, some summers I had to go to Baton Rouge. Again, we talked about how I met Gates in Baton Rouge. I told you I started recording at Gates studio. I think it was called Dead Game.
Mm-hmm.
And I started recording over there, and that's how I met Gates. Because Gates overheard some of my sessions, and he was like, man, who the fuck that is with them balls? And that's how we got cool. And right before he called his jokes, the day before he called his jokes, me and Gates was hanging together. You feel me? Running around in Baton Rouge. I'm from fuck, I done met Nussie, I done met Boosie, and I was in that era when Katrina hit. That's where I went first, Baton Rouge. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to that boy Turk. Shout out to Jizzle. Shout out to Juve. Shout out to the whole crew. You feel me? Shout out Stunner Skull. You know what it's hitting for. You feel me? But Jizzle, we gonna need that anthem for the summer. You heard me? Stop holding it. Stop holding it back. You heard me?